Hi everybody, it's Robin with Uniquely Robins. We're going to finish up our box here today. Let me move my coffee out of the way, spill it everywhere. So I just wanted to show you that, I'm not sure if I showed you or not, how the other side turned out. Oh yeah, I guess I did because we sanded that down. So it turned out pretty cool. I like the way it looks. I will go ahead and get the other side done. And then if I have a couple of the bird pieces left, I'm not sure if I will have or not. I may put something in just the corners, maybe just some of the flowers or something just in the corners. And then I will also put one of these roses with a little bird on top right there in the middle. Haven't done that yet because it takes so long for that to dry really well. And I wanted to work on the inside of the box today. And I have some of this left. This like velvet, like sticky paper. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know that it has a name on it. Let me see if it does. No, it doesn't. But I got this from Amazon, and it works really good in picture frames. Of course, everything sticks to it because it is like a velvet texture. So I'm thinking we'll have to piece it a little bit in the bottom, but I'm hoping that you won't see the seams too badly. Should have vacuumed that out. Hold on a second. There we go. Because it's just a little shy. I don't know where my ruler went. Ever have one of those days where you just can't seem to find anything? I'm having one of those today. Let's see. Yeah, just barely under an inch if this ruler's straight. So we should be able to cut a piece off of this scrap piece to make that extra inch. First I want to get I'm going to use the roller cutter because it seems to cut this paper better. The first thing I want to do is make sure I have a straight flush edge that I'm measuring from. So we'll trim that up a little bit. I have to move this over because I want a really flat surface here. And I know you guys know I don't really measure. I'm just trying to, if it's a little over, that's not awful, but I definitely do not want it to be too short. So say about right there. See how that fits. I know we're gonna have to cut off some of the other end too, but I always try to save my scraps because you never know what those might come in handy for. So I'm gonna lay this in here and I'm gonna just use my, well, I would say I'm gonna use my fingernail, but I don't really have one on that side, so I'm going to use this tool just to crease it where I want to cut it, so we make sure we don't cut it too short or too long. Okay. And there we have it. And this has a sticky back on it. I almost used the wrong one. So it's just like a peel and stick, which makes it nice. So you do want to make sure you have a nice clean surface for it to adhere to. And it has some pretty good sticky on it, so as long as we don't fingerprint it up too much, we should be good. Don't wrinkle on me. It's a little awkward in the positioning of it, but you can get it in there. All right, then we'll take our whole piece. Come on. Goodness me. Normally I would lay it down and pull the paper off a little at a time, but since it's inside the box, it makes it a little more precarious. So. Too far. Trying to line it up with my piece over here so I don't see it so much. Got a little tiny gap there. I'm not going to worry about it. Just add a little bit of luxury to the bottom. Now you can use this up the sides too, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that, and I think I do. So let's take another whole piece first of all, and I'm going to put it in the top. Gives it a little elegant spin it. And we're gonna have to cut this again, and measuring that out with this, just pushing it in the corner, seemed to work really well. So I'm going to do that again. And then I'm going to see if I can tell where I need to do it this way. Just put a little crease in it. Right there. Make sure I got it up all the way. Okay. And this sticky back paper, if you have room to save it, it has a shiny side on it. And if you want to make any kind of like those swirls or something that you want to pop out on something, you can do that with a glue gun and it'll peel right off of this paper. So that comes in very handy for that. And I'm going to save some of that because I'm going to do that with a couple of these things that we got. I can find where I did it. Yep, I can see it. Let's cut this way first. I think I need to get a new blade for this. It seems a little dull. Okay. So we have our little piece. That little piece we don't need. Get it in the top. Holding it with my finger so I can, oops, get it in the bottom. Pushing a little hard. Okay. I have found out too, just to let you know, that the glue on the feet does not hold very well, so you definitely are going to want to put those nails in there. And I know I have some around here, just haven't found them yet, but we will be fixing those, sturdying them up, especially if you put any pressure on it at all. And I like things to be sturdy, and I don't want it to be falling apart like that, so. With this, I'm just going to measure it. I'm putting a little crease in here. And then we're going to cut that. Help if I grab the right piece, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. I do believe this comes in different colors too. And if I'd had black, I would probably have used black on the inside. But this is what I had, and I'm trying not to buy new stuff right now. Knowing how much these doctor bills are going to be, and just trying to be a little proactive about that. Feels good. Feels good. And my husband has that vacation coming up, which he's insisted on us taking, which I'm a little leery. I know he deserves to go, and I'm a worry. I worry about the bills, and I know we do well. I mean, we do fine. He's got a good job, and we do pretty good. I just always worry. You know how it is. You never know what's going to happen in the world nowadays, and I'm hoping we still get to go and they don't close the country back down again. I would be happy just with the drive down the coast. Up the coast, I should say. Going up to the New England states. I had my grandson, Dallas, this week, or last week, and came with a runny nose, and I think he gave me something. I'm hoping not. And my other grandson was here also, Andrew, the oldest one, and he's still here. He's staying another week. Now I'm debating on this if I want to leave this top edge white since it sticks up higher than the rest of the box. And I kind of like that look, so I think I'm going to do that. Working inside a box is not the easiest thing in the world, is it? Actually, before I take that off, I'm going to go ahead and cut my piece for the other side. And I know that sometimes boxes can be a little wonky and not the same on both sides, but hopefully it'll be pretty close. Okie dokie. It is a warm one today. I'm telling you, it is so muggy outside. I don't know what the humidity is, but it is very muggy. Just gonna go out today and try to spray paint some of that stuff, but I'm sure it will take forever to dry. The heat and the muddiness. Where'd my, there it is. Tell you what, this little tool works pretty good in these corners. Let's see if I can get that back off, but it didn't go all the way down in the front. Didn't like that little gap. It is pretty, this is pretty forgiving. I mean, if you go pulling it off and putting it on a million times, it's gonna not want to stick after that, but it's pretty forgiving. And you can always put glue on it. Come on, get that wrinkle out of there. Okay. Had it upside down, that might be my problem. There we go. Okay. Okay. And slide it down. I'm gonna tilt this way. That's another reason too why I like to put the feet on as early as I did, because I want to know that working with it, they're not gonna fall off. And if they do, then I can fix that before I sell anything, because I don't want to sell anything to somebody that is not sturdy. I'm very stickler on that. I like things to be sturdy, and I like things to be completely finished on the backs, the bottoms, you know, things like that. I know a lot of people don't really finish the backs of things, and you know, that's their prerogative. That's, you know, the way they want to do it. That's fine. I don't, a lot of people don't have a problem with it. I'm just kind of OCD about that. All right, let's see if I can do this or not. And as sturdy as I want this to be, instead of using nails on that, I may go get some screws and just screw them in. I think those would last longer. Some little tiny screws, so I'll have to take one of those with me to make sure it fits the hole. Oh, come on, I can't get this one to come off. Come on. I know if you bend it down, it's so much easier to get a hold of it, but I'm always afraid it's going to leave a crease, and I don't want to do that. But actually, I didn't. All right, I'm going to lay this one down. Slide it up against that first. Maybe. My finger keeps sticking to it. It is very sticky. But you want that. There we go. That wrinkle out there. I cut that a little long on the top here. but I did that on purpose because I want to fold it over this edge a bit. And that will help the lid from not sticking, and it'll give it a little cushion there. So we don't have a wrinkle. Okay. Now we'll put our little corner piece. Scissors go. There they are. Just going to make a little cut in that. Just enough where I can go there. See where to cut it. Nope, it was this one. I wasn't sure. Okay. I'll lean it right up against there. And then hold it down tight. Okay. Let's see if I put it this way. Oh yes, perfect. Perfect fit. Okay. Excuse me, guys. And as I said, I want these lips to be, especially on this top piece, to be even. So I'm going to make them a little bigger, then I can come in with my X-Acto knife and cut that edge off later. Because I would always rather it be too long than too short. You can always cut off, you can't add. Let go a minute. Pull this guy down. I'm gonna put a little small crease in here. Just enough I can get this straight. Ah, always pull it up too far. There we go. For the other side. I hope that fan isn't driving you guys crazy. It's kind of loud, but with the door closed so I can hear, it's really hot in here. Okay, little wrinkle there, trying to get out. I don't know if this comes in different sizes or not, because I would actually have preferred not to have a seam in there, but and I would have probably used a piece of fabric or something else if I was selling this. Just to make it cleaner. So you wouldn't have that crease in there, but since it's just for me, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna see the inside of the box much, but you know, I always try to take that kind of stuff into consideration for people. See if we have, yeah, that'll work. Oops. Just need a little tiny piece in the corner. I can remember which way it went. Not that way, that way. That's it. Oh, it's crooked. It's crooked, it's crooked. Not only can I not cut straight, I evidently can't see straight. Okay. So, now, let's grab the X-Acto knife. Oh, there he is. Excuse my head in your way. And I'm just gonna cut right down along and give it a nice straight edge. We're gonna do the same on this side. I can get a hold of it. Not to, there we go. Cut my finger. Let go of me. Okay, so there we have the inside of our box. So very nice. Okay. And I know a lot of the people who do flip videos like this, you know, everybody has their own way to do things. I'm not saying my way is right and theirs is wrong, because when you're doing a craft, nothing, the way that you want to do it, it's never wrong. I just prefer to do it a certain way, and that is the way that I'm showing you. And if you know, prefer to do it a different way, that is just great. I think that's wonderful. I like to watch YouTube videos to see different ways different people do things. And then I find what works and is what is easy for me. And that's what you need to do. You need to find what works for you and what's easy for you to do your craft your way. Because if you do something that's not easy for you, and it's very frustrating for you, you're less likely to continue to do crafting, and that's not good. You always want to just, especially if it's something that you love to do. And that's like I said, well, you know, people that don't do the bottoms of things or the back of things, that's the way they like to do it. So I think more power to them. And evidently and obviously they find people who like that too, or don't mind it, you know, one way or the other. So, you know, you do you. And I always tell you that. You do you. You do what you want, the way you want it. If you love it, that's all that matters. I think these were the two we're going to put up here. I think we're going to put those just like that. I am going to give those a coat of paint first. And I think since we used the dark on the inside, I'm going to use the light paint on these. That's another thing these little scraps come in handy for. Since it does have that silky side to it. If you're painting something small, you can put them on there and it'll peel right off of there easily for you. Gonna go ahead and get those painted up in this light color. And the ones I did with the spackling, I did want you to let you know, after all this time, they are still a little pliable. So this will actually, painting them will actually stiffen them up too. And then this one is the one I did with the air dried modeling clay. So it is a lot stiffer. You just want to be careful that you don't break it because it is almost like glass. They get really, really hard. So, okay, come here. Use him so you don't quit sliding around on me. And I think one coat is, these cover really nice. So one coat should be plenty. All right, we'll set those aside to dry. And the next time you see this, we will have it completely done. Put that over there. Okay. I'm going to get my other napkin. Come here, you. For this other side. Oops, got a bird stuck to the bottom. And we want to get it decoupaged on there. I'm going to have to get me some more decoupage or Mod Podge because it's running out. I'm running out. I just buy this at Walmart. Whoops. I closed that lid and I don't want it closed. I want it open. The Mod Podge comes in different finishes, and you can get Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree too. They have small bottles of it. This is the matte finish. They also have a glossy finish. I like them both. Sometimes I use the matte, sometimes I use the glossy. And I'm going to put this, I want to make sure both of my little birdies are on there. Now you notice the other one we cut out, kind of cut it out. This one I'm not going to do that to show you the difference from one side to the other. I want my birds to be kind of flat, so I'm going to push those down with my fingers. But I do want some of that crinkly in there, so I've left some of it kind of crinkly. And I would crinkle it a little more as I put this on as well. I like that texture on the side of it. I think that's really cool. My butterfly to be kind of straight though, so we're gonna make him straight. Or flat, not straight. And this one you'll notice I made it a little bit bigger to cover more surface. I just want to show you the differences in both sides. I don't mind with it being something I'm going to use here at the house. That way I can show you different, I'm not selling it, so I can show you different ways to do things. Now I'm going to push a little bit here and there with my brush to kind of give it some wrinkles, because I want a little more wrinkle than it had. That looks pretty good. And then again, we'll come back and do the same way of taking that paper off by sanding it off. And while I have that opened, first of all, I'm going to wipe off my drips. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't want to stress enough. I want to stress enough that let it dry. I know you're going to want to mess with it, but you just have to let it dry. And I let mine dry a good overnight, at least 24 hours. I'm just cutting this little piece off here because I want to use it on this top. Because I have two little butterflies on here, and I want those little guys in my back corners. So I'm going to just roughly, very roughly, cut around these. Now you could you know, cut these out all perfect and put them on there that way, and it would look beautiful. I fussy cut them. That's what I was trying to think of. Fussy cut them out. But I don't have patience for that. Or this not shaky hands to where if I tried to do that, I would probably end up messing them all up. But, you know, if you want that really, really crisp, clean look, then, you know, you can most certainly do that. So, we're going to put, and I'm going to put it right on this metal piece. Little monarch butterflies. My sister raises monarch butterflies. She was telling me earlier today that they have had a releasing of the butterflies yesterday because they are endangered, and they did a mass releasing of the ones that they had raised, and they released 134 monarch butterflies. She lives in North Carolina. Trying to get the same spacing on that as I did the other one. But yeah, she said 100 people showed up and they released 134 butterflies, and they got to see that. I bet that was really awesome. She's gonna bring me some caterpillars when she comes up for our family reunion in August, and so I can release them in my garden. And she's bringing me some plants that they really like to plant out there, so that'll be great fun. Love butterflies in my garden. My granddaughter tries to always chase them all away. She wants to catch ones, what she wants to do, but they're not gonna let her catch them. I have more butterflies in my garden this year than I have had in the past, which I'm glad for. But they're just so pretty. All right, I'll try to get the same kind of, I mean, it's not going to be exact, and it doesn't have to be exact, but I want to get, you know, roughly the same kind of look on both sides. Which, if my husband heard me say that, he would probably go crazy, because I am kind of OCD about pictures, and when I decorate downstairs and things like that, that have to be, I want them the same on one side as they are on the other. So yeah, he would probably wonder what happened to me. That looks pretty close. And I'm thinking, well, let me hold it up there first. I gotta see it. I'm a visual person. I'm thinking I'm gonna put them like right here and kind of onto this, not clear onto it, but just a little bit. And I don't care if I go over that metal piece, because this is Mod Podge, it will stay. So just slopping some on there. Trying to make sure that I have some under everywhere that I'm going. Maybe a little more right there. And with the napkin, see it bends right over. You probably can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'll try to fix that. Let me try to turn this up. Sometimes I get to doing something and don't really stop to think that you have no clue what I'm doing. I'm going to use that to hold that lid. And let me get another piece of this. See, I told you these things come in handy. I'll lay it right under there just to keep it from Mod Podging to my table. Okay. But it's so forgiving. I mean, it bends right over that little lip. When you're trying to do the edges, you always want to try to go outward. It makes for a little bit cleaner look. And then we're going to put some right on the top. I have a tray that I did a couple years ago downstairs. I'll take a picture of it and show you where I Mod Podged a picture right on top of the glass of a picture frame. And it turned out really nice. I'll put a picture on the screen at the end so you can see what that looks like. We'll make one sometime because they're really easy to make, really fun to make. It's a good thing Mod Podge doesn't dry real quick. I forgot I want to cut this out a little bit that way. I'm trying as much as I can not to get any straight edges when I Mod Podge, because I like the look of it not being so perfect. So strict is what I call it when they're so straight. They're so strict. It's probably not the right word, but that's what I say. I just think this is going to give it a little bit of an elegant touch. These flowers and this butterflies on there. Okay. Darn it. Yeah. See, you're going to want to go back in and fuss with it, just like I just did. Don't do that, because it will really rip it up. It's so much easier to fix anything that you want to fix when it gets done, because you can always sand it, make it look a little like it's worn, which is a beautiful look. But don't do it till it's dry, which I just about made that mistake. Going to get me some glue here. I'm trying to debate on what glue I want to glue those. I don't think I want that. I want this Gorilla Grip glue, but for some reason right now I can't get it open without going and getting me some pliers, which somebody must have swiped my pliers I had up here. Oh my goodness, I can't get anything up. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paintbrush. And I'm just using art glitter glue. We'll see how it holds. We may end up having to go back in and change that. Oh, what am I thinking? Never mind. I'm only half here today, evidently. I was gonna glue my flower and my bird on, but, well, actually, oh, they may be dry. I was gonna say they're not dry yet, but with the fan on here, they, maybe. That's cool. I like it when stuff dries fast. Now you can put this on and then paint it, but I just don't have that steady enough of a hand to do that without getting it all over the... But if you're using the same color, you know, not a big deal. Try to get this sort of as much in the center as I can. And then we have our little bird. And we're going to put him right on top of the flower. Like he's just sitting on the flower. Okay. Now I have a couple of little scrap pieces of my napkin left of the flowers, just a couple. And I may end up, I may put them on there, I may not. Haven't decided yet. I hate to waste things, but I don't want to overdo it either. So there you have it. And then I will finish this up and nail my feet on. And the next video, I will show you the finished product. Right now, trying to get all my paint brushes together because I want to get those washed up right away. You always want to wash your brushes right away unless it's a brush that you don't care about and you're going to throw away. Especially with Mod Podge, because it will be so hard on there that you won't be able to get it off if you don't. So, yeah. So we'll set these right here and I'll go do that as soon as we're done. But everybody have a great, great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have some more of these coming along, and I don't want you to think that I've give up on journals, because I haven't. I still do journals too, and like I said, when I started my group on Facebook and I started my YouTube channel, I do all kinds of crafts, not just journals, not just flipping. I do all kinds of things. So, and I want to take you along on that journey. And I know a lot of people who do these flip videos, they'll do like 10 or 12 projects in one video. But I want to do them slowly so that you can see every little step that you do. Because if you're interested in doing something like this, I watched some of the videos that are out there on flipping and I love them. But I've had a little bit of knowledge here and there on how to do things like this, because I always have. If I saw something I wanted in the store and it was either outrageously priced and just wasn't paying that price for it, I would figure out a way to make it. So I still had it in my house, but a lot cheaper. So, you know, even if you don't want to do this as a business or anything like that, you just want to do it to have some things in your house, I want you to be able to see every single little step that goes into doing it. Because sometimes you watch those videos and they go so fast through it and you're thinking, you know, it looks like she did this, but I didn't see her do it. So I want you to be able to see every little tiny step, everything that it takes to do it. I mean, it's some work. You have to put some work into things like that. But when it comes to you making a box that you love and it's personalized to you for, let's see, I paid $5 for the box. Somebody sent me the napkins, which I appreciate so much because I didn't have any napkins. It was $1 for the air-dried clay at the Dollar Tree. And the spackling was only $1 at the Dollar Tree. What else did we use on this? Oh, the velvety paper that was from the inside, I got from Amazon. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I know it was under $20 because otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. But I actually purchased it for another project, which was my shadow box from our vacation. So I already had it on hand. So, you know, we're talking under $10, and you're making a box that's personalized to you that you love, rather than going to the store. And I've seen some of these boxes go for like $150 to $200, and that to me just seems crazy. Oh, and the feet. And I got the feet from Amazon also, and they weren't very much either. I can't remember exactly how much they were. I'll try to look it up and let you know in the next video, but usually I use E6000 on these, and I don't have a problem with them coming off. But it could not, I don't want to say it was the Gorilla Glue, because that's usually pretty good too. The problem may have been that I put too much hot glue. Because when you put the hot glue on, you want to kind of put it in dots to where it's not covering up all of your Gorilla Glue. And I think that was the problem that I did. And that's why they didn't stay on very well. But, see, because it's peeling right off. And I'm pretty sure that's what I did wrong. But I still, since they have the little nail holes or screw holes in there, and this box is thick enough to take that on the spot where I'm putting them, and that's why I put them there. I would either nail them on or screw them on. And I'm going to use screws in mine because I want to make sure it has a good hold. Nails would probably be fine. Sometimes I just go a little overboard and making sure something's sturdy. Especially at my house, we have grandkids, and I'm kind of clumsy, so you never know. I would rather it be more sturdy than not. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoy these types of videos. If you think I'm taking too much time on one project, you want to see it sped up some more, or more projects in the shorter amount of time, or if you enjoy the fact that, you know, I did show you every little single process that goes on. And I'm still debating too on whether I want to put the lace strips back on there or not. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'll have to play around with some and see what I think after that. But I still have my nails if I need them, my little tacks to put them on. So, and we may go and put the leather back on. I don't know. I may just leave it just like this. I'll wait till all this dries and take a look at it and see what I think from there. But you know, just have fun with it. Personalize it the way you like it, and just have fun. That is the main thing. If it's crafting is something you love, you know, do what you love. Share the love out there, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. God bless.